Good morning and welcome to for Breakthrough to Business Success, Turning Ability into Opportunity, the show dedicated to helping entrepreneurs build, grow, and scale successful businesses while creating lives of purpose, freedom, and impact. I'm your host, Davida Shensky, entrepreneur, speaker, coach, and founder of Career Performance Institute. Oh, wow. Each week, we'll explore the strategies, mindset shifts, and proven principles that help entrepreneurs overcome obstacles, seize opportunities, and achieve meaningful results. Whether you're launching your first business, growing your brand, or increasing your income, scaling to the next level, you'll find practical insights and actionable solutions that can implement immediately through expert interviews, success stories, business strategies, marketing tips, leadership lessons, and personal development insights. You'll gain the knowledge and confidence needed to move forward with clarity and purpose. Success doesn't happen by chance. It happens when vision meets action, persistence meets opportunity, and challenges become stepping stones to growth. So get ready to think bigger, take smarter action, and create business and life that you deserve. So, welcome to Breakthrough to Business Success, helping entrepreneurs build, grow, and scale. Today's episode is build your business around your strengths, not your limitations. One of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make, especially entrepreneurs with disabilities, is believing that they have to fit into someone else's definition of what a successful business owner looks like. The truth is, you don't have to build your business like everyone else. You need to build a business that works for you. Every successful entrepreneur has strengths, weaknesses, and challenges. What separates successful business owners isn't that they can do everything, it's that they know where they provide the greatest value and they build their business around those strengths. Today, we're going to talk about four important areas: identifying your unique talents and expertise, designing a business that fits your abilities, des- delegating the work that drains your time and energy, creating a sustainable business model that can grow with you. So let's begin. Discover your business strengths. Every successful business begins with understanding one important question: what problem am I qualified to solve? Your greatest business opportunity often comes from the knowledge that you've gained through your education, your career, your hobbies, your volunteer work, or your life experiences. So ask yourself, what do people constantly ask me help for? What comes naturally to me? What topics can I talk about for hours? What skills have I developed over the years? What challenges have I overcome that could help someone else? Many entrepreneurs understand that expertise becomes because it feels easy to them. But what comes naturally to you may be exactly what someone else is willing to pay to learn. So don't focus on everything you can't do. Instead, become exceptional at what you do best. Imagine two people who both love baking. The first person opens a bakery because they enjoy making cakes. The second person opens a bakery because they notice something most bakeries overlook. People with food allergies often struggle to find delicious desserts that they can safely enjoy. Having lived with these challenges themselves, they understand the problem better than anyone else. They create a bakery specializing in allergy friendly treats, educate customers about ingredients, and build trust by sharing their own experience. Both businesses sell baked goods, but the second business solves a very specific problem. That focus helps it stand out, attract loyal customers, and grow through word of mouth referrals. As entrepreneurs, it's easy to ask, what should I sell? But the more important question is, what problem am I uniquely qualified to solve? Your education, your career, your life experiences, and the challenges you've overcome have given you knowledge that someone else is searching for today. When you build your business around solving a meaningful problem, you stop competing on price and start competing on value. So here's today's challenge. Take a few minutes and write down three problems that you've solved in your own life or career. Then ask yourself, who else is struggling with this? The answers may point you towards your next product, service, or even an entire new business opportunity. And this is something that we don't recognize. Our business needs to solve a problem. Now, let's look at how to design a business that fits your life. One of the greatest advantages of entrepreneurship is flexibility. You have the opportunity to design your business around your lifestyle, your schedule, and your abilities. For some entrepreneurs, mornings are the most productive time of day. Others may work better in the evening. And actually, some people prefer virtual meetings. Right. Remember that. This is what we need to remember, that the internet helps us reach more people than ever before. And this is why we become a truly global economy. Others enjoy teaching from a stage. Some businesses require travel. Others may be run entirely from home. Instead of asking, can I do it what everyone else is doing? Ask yourself, what business model allows me to perform at my highest level? There are countless options. You can become a coach, a consultant, a speaker, a podcaster, an author, an online educator, a freelancer, a digital marketer, a content creator, a service provider. The key is choosing a business model that allows you to maximize your strengths while minimizing unnecessary obstacles. When your business supports your lifestyle instead of competing against it, long term success becomes much more achievable. Picture two entrepreneurs who both dream of starting a successful consulting business. The first believes that success means working a traditional 9 to 5 schedule, meeting every client in person, and saying yes to every opportunity. Before long, they're exhausted, overwhelmed, and struggling to keep up. The second entrepreneur takes a different approach. They step back and ask, what kind of business fits the life I want to live? They choose to meet clients virtually, create online courses that generate income while they sleep, automatic appointment scheduling, and reserve Friday for planning and personal time. Instead of forcing their life to fit their business, they design their business to support the life they want. A year later, both entrepreneurs are working hard, but the second has more flexibility, less stress, and a business that's built for long term success. The lesson here is simple. Entrepreneurship gives you the freedom to create a business that works for you. So don't build your business based on someone else's blueprint. Build it around your strengths, your priorities, and the lifestyle that you want to enjoy. When your business aligns with your life, you're far more likely to stay energized, productive, and successful for years to come. Now, let's look at how to stop trying to do everything for yourself. One of the fastest ways to burn out is believing that you have to do everything yourself. Many entrepreneurs spend hours doing bookkeeping, building websites, editing videos, managing social media, answering emails, creating graphics, scheduling appointments, and handling customer service. Before long, you're exhausted. Successful entrepreneurs understand something different. Your time is your most valuable business asset. Ask yourself these three questions. What activities generate revenue? What activities require my personal expertise? What activities could someone else complete just as well or even better? Technology makes delegation easier than ever. Virtual assistants, bookkeepers, graphic designers, video editors, AI tools. And this is the main thing with the AI tools, you can automate software. And this is how AI artificial intelligence has helped make businesses much easier and allows you more free time. Customer relationship management systems and your CRM is how you can work and automate your systems. These resources can free you to focus on growing your business instead of simply maintaining it. Remember this, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Imagine you're a business coach who spends every day answering emails, designing social media graphics, editing podcast episodes, scheduling appointments, updating your website, sending invoices, and trying to find the time to work with clients. By the end of the day, you're exhausted, but you haven't done much to actually grow your business. One day, you decide to take a closer look at where your time is going. You realize that while you're capable of doing all these tasks, you're keeping yourself from work that generates revenue, coaching clients, speaking, creating new programs, and building partnerships. So you make a plan. You hire a virtual assistant to manage your calendar and emails. You use an online scheduling tool for clients can book appointments without back and forth messages. You use AI to help draft social media posts, and newsletters. You outsource your podcast editing to a freelancer and hire a bookkeeper to manage your monthly finances. Within a few months, you're spending most of your time doing what only you can do, serving clients, creating new offers, and growing your business. Revenue increases because you're focused on high value activities instead of getting buried in administrative work. And this is one of the biggest things that we don't realize is with AI and artificial intelligence, you can automate your emails to go out. You can set up funnels. You can literally have a way of contacting with people without putting it, because all you have to do is set it up once and set up multiple ways of tags with them. So if your client responds one way, the the system works one way. If it responds a different way, it goes in a different direction. It's always recognizing exactly where and how to set up your system. The lesson is this: delegating isn't about giving up control, it's about creating capacity. Every hour you spend on tasks someone else can do is an hour you're not investing in the work that moves your business forward. Ask yourself, what tasks can I automate, delegate, or outsource this month? Then take one small step. Your business will grow faster when you're focused on your greatest strength instead of trying to do everything yourself. This is exactly why we need to understand exactly where we're coming from on a continual basis, because this is how we are taking our business and literally making it work to get us where we want to be. Now, let's look at building a sustainable business. Growing a business isn't about working longer hours, it's about creating systems. Successful businesses don't rely on memory, they rely on reputable processes. Document how you onboard clients, create templates for emails, develop checklists, automate follow up, schedule your marketing, create content in batches, track your finances every month, review your goals regularly. Small improvements make consistently produce remarkable results over time. Sustainability also means protecting yourself from burnout. Schedule breaks, celebrate milestones, invest in professional development. Continue learning. Your business can only grow as much as you grow. Imagine two entrepreneurs who each own a successful online coaching business. The first entrepreneur wakes up every morning wondering what needs to be done. They create a social media post at the last minute, forget to follow up with potential clients, manually send invoices, and scramble to prepare for every coaching session. The business is growing, but so is the stress. If they take a week off, everything comes to a halt. The second entrepreneur takes a different approach. They invest time to creating simple systems. Every new client follows the same onboarding process. Appointment scheduling is automated. Email follow ups are sent automatically through customer relationship management systems. They dedicate one day each month to creating content for the next 4 weeks and use templates for proposals, invoices, and client communication. At first, it took extra effort to build these systems, but over time, they paid off. Instead of constantly reacting to daily tasks, the entrepreneur had more time to serve clients, develop new programs, and plan for the future. When they took vacation, the business continued to run because the systems were doing much of the work. When we're talking about systems today and we're talking about customer relationship management, we're also talking about instituting automation with artificial intelligence. This is how artificial intelligence has helped a business run smoothly. The lesson is that a sustainable business isn't built on working longer hours, it's built on creating repeatable processes, systems reduce stress, improve the customer experience, and give you the freedom to grow without burning out. As you think about your own business, ask yourself, if someone had to run my business for a week, would they know exactly what to do? If the answer is no, that's your opportunity. Start by documenting one routine, automating one repetitive task, or creating one checklist this week. Small systems built consistently become the foundation of a business that can thrive for years to come. See where we are and see what we've achieved. Before our next episode, I'd like to challenge you to complete 4 simple exercises. First, write down your 5 greatest strengths and recognize them. Secondly, identify 3 tasks that you no longer need to do yourself. Choose one system or automation you can implement this week. Finally, ask yourself this important question. If I built my business entirely around my strengths, what would I change today? Write your answer down. Then begin making these changes one step at a time. Progress doesn't require perfection, it requires consistent action. A woman named Sarah dreamed of owning her own business. She was incredibly knowledgeable about nutrition and wellness, but she struggled with constant networking events, large group presentations, and trying to market herself the way everyone else seemed to do. For nearly 2 years, she copied what she saw other entrepreneurs doing. She attended every networking breakfast, tried to host in person workshops, and spent hours creating social media content she didn't enjoy. She was busy all the time, but her business wasn't growing. One afternoon, after feeling frustrated, she asked herself a simple but powerful question. If I built my business entirely around my strengths, what would I change today? The answer came quickly. She loved teaching one on one. She enjoyed writing educational articles. She was comfortable recording videos from home, and she excelled at creating a step by step meal plans for clients. These were her strengths. So she made some changes. She stopped attending events that drained her energy and started offering virtual consultations. She turned her articles into a weekly newsletter, recorded short educational videos, and created an online course that clients could purchase anytime. She partnered with other professionals who enjoyed public speaking and networking, allowing each person to focus on what they did best. Within a year, Sarah wasn't working more hours, she was working smarter. Her business grew because it reflected her strengths instead of someone else's idea of success. The lesson is simple. Success doesn't come from copying another entrepreneur's business model. It comes from designing a business that allows your unique talents to shine. I want you today to ask yourself the same question Sarah did. If I built my business entirely around my strengths, what would I change today? Then choose one change that you can make this week. Small decisions made constantly can completely transform the future of your business. Every successful entrepreneur has challenges. No one has unlimited time, unlimited resources, or unlimited energy. The entrepreneurs who succeed are those who learn to maximize what they have: your knowledge, your experience, your creativity, your determination, your perspective, your ability to solve problems. These are the qualities that build great businesses. Don't let your limitations define your future. Let your strengths become your foundation upon which you build lasting success. So, thank you for joining me on Breakthrough to Business. I hope today's episode providing valuable insights, practical strategies, and inspiration to help you move one step closer to your goals. And remember, every successful business begins with a decision to take action and stay committed to the journey. If you found value in today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this show with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to build, grow, and scale their business. For additional resources, training programs, coaching opportunities, and tools to help you accelerate your success, connect with us at Career Performance Institute. And that website is CoachDavidashinsky.com. Until next time, keep believing in your vision, keep taking action, and keep moving forward. I'm Davida Shensky, and this has been Breakthrough to Business Success, where entrepreneurs turn challenges into opportunities and ideas into resources. So I'd see you the next time on the next episode. And what I want to do is finish up with a small story. Now, I grew up with a disability at a time when there were no laws that guaranteed people with disabilities the right to an education. And I entered the workforce 12 years before the Americans with Disabilities Act became law. We had the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, and the ADA was built on that law. But the difference was that with the ADA, if someone felt that they were being discriminated against, they have a choice to go to the EEOC and the Department of Justice and file lawsuits. So that is what has made some of the changes and guaranteed equal opportunity for people with disabilities in the workplace. But back at that time, when I lost my job with the state, there were very few opportunities for me. I had to find a way to make an opportunity for myself. and I wanted to get into counseling and become a therapist and do group therapy, but I did not have the master's, I did not have the PhD, and I also knew that one of my strengths was that I enjoyed when I would give book reports and stand in front of the group and talk, and I understood that I had a message to give. That's how I got into professional speaking, and that's also how I got into podcasting back in the early days when it was still in its infancy, because I did not have the money to put into building a media kit to send out. My podcasting gave me something that I could do, that I could show a customer or a client of what I was truly capable of doing and achieving, and it got me to where I am today. And because I lacked the mobility to get around, to grow my business, then once the internet got instituted and everything moved online, it gave me that much more of an advantage because I knew what to do and how to get there and what I needed to do in order to achieve my goals.